Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial. I'm going to be showing you how to set up custom throwables for Motion Studio. So let's begin. Make sure that you are on Unity version 2021.3.25 F1. You have to have access to the Motion SDK if you want to do your very own custom throwable. If you're not really interested in using custom throwables, there are already assets that you can use in the Motion app, as well as some objects that have been put onto the Discord that you can just download from there. You can go ahead and skip ahead to the second part if you are not interested in this part. So let me go ahead and get started. Okay, first things first, make sure that you have a new scene. You go to Motion SDK, go to your SDK tools, put it wherever you want. We want to create an asset scene. Now that you've created an asset scene, okay, you're going to want to add an object. For me, I'm going to just grab something. Okay, I have a Nintendo 64 logo that I'm going to be using. Make sure that when you are adding an asset, that is a child of motion asset over in the left hierarchy right here. Make sure that is there. You might get this little error. Just click action, go back to build, and it'll go away. As long as there is a child of motion asset, you're good. Okay, now we're not done yet. You need to add a collider, or else it's not gonna, it's not gonna work the way you want it to work. So we're gonna go to add components, and for this one, I'm going to put a box collider. Okay. For you, depending on what the object is, you might want to use box collider. You can use other types of colliders too. There's capsule collider, circle collider, etc., sphere collider, whatever works for you. It works the same way. And then if you want to, or you need to adjust it a specific size, you just click this little button right here, the bounding volume, and you can go ahead and just like click the side and adjust it the way you want it to be. But we're good on how this is. Next up, now that we have added the collider, we're gonna add I'm gonna add a rigid body. Okay. And then, yeah, that should be that. If you want to adjust the mass, you can right here. I'm gonna leave it the way it is, and see if that really works out. But that's really it. Okay, one last thing. I just want to add to this. You can also add an audio source, so you can give it a little sound when it spawns in. So I'm going to click into here. Okay, I added an audio source to this, so now when this object spawns into the space, it's gonna play the sound that you assign to it. All right, then we hit build. Okay, now that it has been built, let's go ahead and open Motion Studio and then jump into our clubhouse. All right, now that we are in my clubhouse and I'm right here, I'm going to create a launcher object. So you're going to want to go to add object on the top, and in the asset browser just type in launcher, and you'll see launcher right here. Hit add, and here it is. The arrows are in the direction the item will be launched. Okay, so now that we have placed our launcher, we pointed it where we want it to point it to. We're going to go to interactions on the top, and we're going to go ahead and find that launcher. I have a lot of things in here, so let's find. All right, so now here is that launcher. It's right here. We don't have anything tied to it, right? Okay, nothing's tied to it right now. In order for the launcher to shoot or launch an item, or it has to have an object reference. In order to have an object reference, the object needs to exist in your clubhouse somewhere. It has to be preloaded and existing in here. So I have like some things like over here. You can put them wherever you want. It really doesn't matter. You can even have them just as invisible. So I'm gonna hit add object, and we're gonna add the logo that we just converted right here. Perfect. Okay, this is the logo, and I'm going to just lock it into place. You definitely want to have it locked into place so it doesn't like go flying somewhere or anything. And then you can have it invisible. I don't know. I'm probably just going to put it somewhere in here. It doesn't really matter exactly. And then we're going to go back to the launcher. Now that the N64 logo is in the space, I'm going to go to interactions. And I'm gonna find it. Dang. Here it is, N64 logo. You're gonna want object reference, okay? And put it onto the node graph like this. So this is the launcher right here, and this is the object reference for that object in this space. Then you just want to connect it to the reference on the launcher, and then hit the button. Now it's not gonna go anywhere because the force is set to 0. So you want to adjust that to whatever you want it to be. I'm gonna put 20, and there you go. And it'll tumble, it'll drop wherever you want, and it'll have an automatic spawn time of 10. So if you want it to kind of just instantly disappear, and it's gone after 3 seconds, bang, 3, 1. And yes, if you have health set onto your avatar, it will take health. It'll take away hit points. So you can hit that. You can also hit as many as you want. So I'm gonna hit 10 spawn amount. It gets very chaotic. This is more like up to you and what you want it to be. With the node update, instead of pressing the plus, you can also just hold control and click, and it'll also work that way too. And you can also reset any of the windows now with this node update. So like object reference, like let's say you encounter some issue, you can actually hit that control click and it just resets it. So then bang. So 1 destroy time, it just disappears after 1 second, so it's gone, it never hits the floor. You can tie this to anything you want now, especially since the dev API has come out. So I'm probably going to be doing some really crazy things with this. You can tie this to your follows, your subs, anything you want really, as long as, you know, whatever streamer bot or whatever bot you want to use, you can set it up that way using the API like we talked about in the last tutorial. Okay, so that is how you do a custom throwable. If you want to change it to something else, you'll need to just have another object in the space too. So I have like a Zelda pot in here, and I added that. I added the pot break sound from Zelda to it. You can go ahead and just change that to whatever you want. If you want if you want a different object to be flying at you for different things, just set up another launcher and then just go. There you go. Yeah, so you can go ahead and change it to whatever object that you want it to be to, and just go crazy, have fun, and expect more updates. Expect for things to become more streamlined and a lot more user-friendly down the road. But have fun with this this new update. It's gonna be very fun. So thank you again, and have fun.